as the news stations. Okay, you know what's not trashy? Classy reporters that actually go and implement what they utilize in school and use investigative reporting, not reporting on sensationalism. It's not my fault that you chose to come to work in the Rio Grande Valley and you're like, damn, well, this is really corrupt. We can't report on this. That's your damn fault. That's your fault for working in an area where you have to have bravery and courage to do the right thing as a journalist. You have to. And when you don't, you're going to be reporting on how this dog was lost and found. You're going to be reporting on all of the easy things. Seriously. You're going to be reporting on all of the easy, fun, loving things there is to report. That everybody knows that news is not easy to see, especially on the national level, because they're a little bit more truthful than they are down here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Hi, guys.
Otherwise, you wouldn't barely know it.
I'm sure it's just a short, quick live with her.
Do is because I'm on your social medias.
I'll be on tonight. I'm going to set it up, the show for
Channel 4, Channel 5,
8 o'clock. I'll be on starting at 8. So
anything negative about me,
I'll put that out in a little bit.
Channel 5, Channel 4, and News 23 help them promote everything that was untrue about me.
She's nervous because there's like an hour and a half left.
They know their audience too. They know that many of y'all don't know the difference between an indictment.
Hi, everybody.
Else. They don't understand. They know that many of y'all don't know the difference between somebody getting a mugshot and somebody actually being guilty.
She's lies.
And sadly, there's a large population down here that will look at a
Hi,
mugshot.
Maria. Hey,
like,
Valley Girl.
That person must have done something wrong.
Lisa. Hey, glad you could make it. Mary.
Completely overlooking the whole doctrine.
How you doing?
Innocent versus guilty.
Ms. Hilda, hello.
That's where I live.
Woody, you just woke up?
So,
she just woke up, yeah.
Bernard Ammerman was one of the biggest obstacles. He was a district attorney. Every district attorney in every county or every district in every area of the nation is a top law enforcement official. Did y'all know that? Did you know that? Yeah. The district attorney of any given area in the United States is the highest ranking law enforcement official.
Right, Liliana, that's kind of shady. I mean,
so
I would hope she's clean, right?
Corruption at a district attorney's level.
So, in case you didn't hear, I'll be back I'm going to show, still doing a show at 8. I got my friend Bam on with me, so he's not all up to speed on this situation, not really interested.
So, when I was on that football field,
so if she comes on, don't worry,
you're confused,
we'll stream it.
That's not my fault. I literally told you this is the first time you have to go to part 1 and 2.
Nice to be at the dinner table with some of you guys.
Don't get mad at me. Go to part 1 and 2. So when I was at homecoming, on that homecoming field on 2016, I was running for the seat and I was campaigning. That's why I was there. That's why I was on the field.
Man, that flyer's all messed up. Is that the only one you think, or is there a box of them somewhere?
I was there campaigning, and everybody was leaving, and the police asked me where I'm from, and they're like, ooh, do you know Bernard Ammerman? And I was like, yes. They were like, is he still there? And I was like, nope. No. These are officers, not security guards. These are law enforcement officers. They were dressed in their blues. They're law enforcement officers. They're police. And they said, you know who should be next? And I said, who? They said, the chief of police there in Raymondville. They literally stated that. Nobody ever wonders, why is there such a high turnover rate in Raymondville? How come hardly any officers stay? Why is it only some people, like very few people that have been there for a long time?
No pasa nada. What's up?
My theory is that they've been there for that long because they cover all the bad shit up. And they've earned brownie points with the corruption. And as long as they're given badges and titles like sergeant, etc., That looks good on your resume. It looks good on your legacy. It looks good for the rest of your life, right? So now when these people failed me, do you understand now why they wouldn't want me to be taken seriously? My story will destroy their entire legacies. The sad part is it's my damn story. It's the truth. It's 100% the truth. The truth. So, believe me when I tell you that when you vote for me, you'll have somebody in Washington, D.C. It's not just a high school dropout that became a lawyer like Vicente Gonzalez. It's not just a lawyer that went to, served in Afghanistan for 1 year, and if he could wear the uniform, he would while campaigning, but he can't because he's going to look ridiculous doing it. But he lets you know every time that he is, because he literally is trying to get elected simply by being a lawyer and a veteran. That discounts the whole entire gender. Everybody knows that traditionally, for many reasons, women do not always get to go to the army. Which brings me to the second thing of corruption.
Oh boy.
Filimon Vela is already leaving. He was a congressman in the United States. He had the same seat that I'm fighting for right now, is the same seat that Filimon Vela had for all those years. Filimon Vela was a Republican before he was a Democrat. No surprise. That's what they do. When they're Republicans and they're itching to be elected for whatever reason, all they have to do is change to become Democrats. But in their heart of hearts, they are Republican.
Oh my goodness! Can you imagine her in the backseat driver to a police?
So he's endorsed Vicente Gonzalez, who actually left this seat. He could have stayed and fought. My election proves my ability to win this seat means 100% without question. Vicente Gonzalez could have stayed and fought, and he chose not to.
Same stuff usually.
My pure existence.
Now she's talking about corruption.
Just outs people.
How everyone else is corrupt except her.
People, for being people that make bad choices, for being humans that hurt the people, and for literally being people that lie to the public. That's not my fault because I exist. It shows all y'all what your true colors are. What do you want me to do? Not exist? That's a criminal thought. So I bring up Filimon Vela because of Fort Hood. So after much pressure, he didn't just do this on his own because he was a wonderful man.
I cracked myself up, I know.
After a lot of pressure, Filimon Vela created a Vanessa Guillen Act for protections. A little too late. It's never too late to do the right thing, but it was a little too late. It could have come earlier. It's still the right thing, but it was late.
Same stories, same drama and stuff,
now,
but it's still
if we're gonna
different
have
every day.
United States representative understand that women are at risk on our military bases. They are at risk of being raped. They are at risk of disappearing. They are at risk of never being found. They are at risk of dying. This will never make sense to me. If Filimon Vela and the rest of all of the top politicians in Texas, the governor, both state senators, every single U.S. rep, every single state senator, and every single state rep, if you all cannot understand what I'm about to say, then do you know?
Right, Paul?
how dangerous it is for Texans for you not to understand what I'm about to say. And the reason that I know you don't understand is because not one of you, not a person who wants to be a governor, Bethel, that used to have the seat that I'm running for, not even him, not a U.S. senator, not either two that we have, not a state senator and not a state rep. No one has realized what a hypocrisy, and it's a scary hypocrisy, that the Vanessa Guillen Act is. It's essentially giving more protections to women on military bases.
Hi, Olga, Erica.
Military bases are the most protected areas of Texas. So if a United States federal level lawmaker created an act because of the very real concerning fact that women are at risk on even our most protected bases in Texas.
Hi, Carmen. Melissa, hey there. RJ, too.
What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us? If women in Texas on military bases are at risk of being raped, of being murdered, of being killed, and of disappearing, then do you not realize that if that's happening on the most protected bases and most secured bases, most secured areas of Texas, then can you now accept how vulnerable women are in Texas? It blows my mind. It blows my mind. But what can you expect when the majority, both of our U.S. senators are males, the majority of our U.S. reps are males, the majority of our state reps are males, and the majority of our state senators are males? What can you expect from a gender that refuses to acknowledge
Hi, Carmen.
that if women are at risk in the most secured areas of Texas on military bases,
Welcome.
then why do you not realize by just deducing and social algebra that absolutely 100% proves that if women on military bases are not protected and are at risk of injustices, then that means that women outside, which make up 90% of the female population, are even more at risk. And there ain't a damn politician doing not a damn thing about it. And that's a damn truth.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm not lying. It's true. It's true. Why are you on my live feed, Abel Prado?
Uh-oh.
Why are you on my live feed? Why? You know how I feel about you. You know what you've done to me. You have no business being on my live feed. When I told you 2 hours ago or yesterday that all contact from you was unwanted, I don't give a shit if it's a free country. You do not contact a female when a female tells you in Texas not to contact her. It's not a free country when it comes to you harassing other people. You cannot do what you want when a woman tells you to leave her alone. You can't. Can somebody screenshot all of this right now before you, please? because I don't. This is a brand new phone that I see here. I have not figured out how to screenshot with it yet. Can somebody please? No, sir. No, sir. You kept contacting me. Even after you told me do not contact me, you kept contacting me. Stop. This video was not for Abel Prado. This video was for everybody else, not you. You do not get to come over here and continue to speak to me. Get away from me. Stop contacting me. That is not a lie, it's the truth. Get away from me. You don't know what county I'm in. You have no idea what county I'm in. Don't think that this report is going to be made to Raymondville, Wilsey County, because I'm not there anymore. Stop contacting my page. I'm not going to block you because I can't prove. I don't care, Abel. Get off my page. Do you all want to know what Abel Prado has actually done to me?
Yes, tell me. Tell us.
Because I can give you a whole entire video of who this man really, really is.
Hi, Melissa.
No, this is not a threat. It's a damn promise. So I'm going to repeat it. That which you think is a threat, I'm going to repeat it again and again and again and again. Do you all know what Abel Prado has done to me? The way that he's spoken to me? Everything. No one's going to care, right? No one's going to care. No one's going to care anything about anything you told me in October, right? No one's going to care. Your political aspirations are done. And you know it. They're done. For you to think that you could come on a live video, and I am not taking this down. I'm not. I'm not.
There goes her signal. Unknown. Who's unknown here? Did she change carriers or something?
I'm so happy.
Her signal's been bad the last few days, right? No, some guy, Abel. Not my Abel. Abel Parada, I think. Prada, Abel. I don't know what they got going on with him.
That you made it so easy.
Freaking annoying. Anybody know what's up with Abel? What happened there? Oops.
For me to do this, people can never say that I'm a bully. All they have to do is look at everything. Post it. Do it. It doesn't matter if you do it first. I don't care. You don't have as many viewers as I do. Your platform is not mine. And whether you post it or I post it, that's going to give me votes. That all of it's going to give me votes.
And especially if you're a candidate.
Sorry, guys. Remember. Oh, yeah. Rolly, he is.
That's her.
I hope that this is not something to be, first of all, the person, you are totally the person, the aggressor here, and you totally should not be posting this. But she's right. She's right. She got my vote. I'm not talking to that person anymore. So I'm so glad that this is happening live, because I've consistently told him to not make contact with me. This is my personal light page. When a woman tells you to stop contacting them, you stop contacting them. That's not a lie. There's something going on in your mind. It's concerning, and it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't.
Monica Diller.
He's totally
she's done a few already, right?
Y'all can absolutely tell. I know y'all can tell he's afraid of me. I know y'all can tell. I know he sounds like one of those kids that eats something really hot that wants to act like the spiciness is not bothering him. So he's like, I like spicy food. I do. When you know that they are like totally can't stand it, and they are the brink of like that is. I'm being serious. I've been dealing with him for 10. You guys have no idea what he did to me. None. And honestly, I wasn't even going to talk about it. But for him to think that he can still contact me when a woman says no more contact, there's something wrong with him. He doesn't have boundaries. And now that this is public, I'm sure there's other people. I'm sure there's other women. I cannot be the first person that he's done this to. I can't. There's some political ladies, y'all. There's like 2 of y'all. Both of y'all have been wanting to tell me your stories about him. I kind of told you that I didn't really want to talk about that anymore.
Okay. Hi, Mariana.
Let's go ahead.
La Mera Mera. Hello.
I think you can see here.
Vic.
No one's talking to him. Can y'all see the pathology of this? Like, I'm not kidding. Do you see the pathology of this? Do you see how it's going down here? Look. Do you see how it's going down? And then there's something up here wrong because he wants me to do it at his pace. I'm gonna do it when he wants me to do it. Hell no. I'm gonna do it at the most strategic time. And if you want to do it yourself, you do it yourself. Either way, it's gonna get me votes. I already know. That's why I did what I did in October. I already know. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Gross.
Because I knew that you were going to be helping out another candidate. I knew that y'all had plans for U.S. District 15.
She's heartbroken. A woman scorned.
God because that's what God does when people make plans. They laugh. Because anything can happen. Anything at all. Look at him. Look what he's saying. I'm not even going to erase the comments. I am showing you all this guy is one of the biggest bullies of women ever. You see the way that I'm behaving.
Oh, we've seen it quite well.
This couldn't have.
Yeah,
this could.
Yes.
This could
like the video, please. Like the video.
Have played out.
Whichever side you're on, thank you. Whichever platform you're on, I should say.
Y'all know that I have at least twice or 3 times before opened up my messenger because anybody can doctor screenshots. But
maybe
I'll
tonight,
open
Kathy.
up my messenger, and you can actually see what this gentleman has done to me. And I'm sure some people will see it whenever he posts it. But when I post it, y'all already know.
RJ.
Y'all already know. Everyone's going to see it. Everyone is. Look, he's so mad. I'm not talking to him. I've told him many times, this is so perfect.
She reminds me of Hannibal Lecter when he gets in that quiet voice.
Me, and he's done it like 8 or 10 times, right? Since he came on here, right? And remember, he came on here first telling me that what I was saying was wrong.
Hello, Domingo.
Nope. I don't care what the able Brados of the world say. Women are more at risk outside of military bases than they are on military bases. Yes, they are. Women on military bases have more protections than women outside of military bases.
I was laughing at this comment right here. I was not laughing at what she's saying.
I know. Because I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I know exactly what it is. I don't care what anybody says that I said before. I don't care how anybody tries to antagonize me. All I know that I think that it's quite lovely that they're showing their neuroses right on my live video. Moderator, don't block those messages. I need them for legal purposes. Don't block them.
So when she says that, moderator, she's talking to herself, right?
Before he takes these down, please. because like I said, this is a phone that I literally got it just days ago. Please. All right. Whenever I've talked to you about men literally taking my ideas,
men taking her
he's one of
ideas.
them.
Actually, I can give you a link,
I'm not talking
and you
about
can
that.
call.
I'm
You
actually
can click on the link. Just don't
talking to my
turn on your video. Don't allow the video, and it'll be just like a phone
I'm
call.
sure if you do your research and the people that know him or about him or where he's from, y'all know the truth. I don't got to say nothing else but that. Nothing else but that. And he's still way more than 8 or 10 times, you see? Do you see the neuroses of it though? Do you see it? At least that other hate page from Brownsville, I've never blocked him. But he knows. He knows. He only makes one comment. He shouldn't make any. But he only makes the one. And then he doesn't continue. He stops. Not because he was blocked, not because he was snoozed. He just stops. This guy right here, this guy has serious issues. He's mad. He knows I'm gonna win.
For her to say that is freaking
He
hilarious.
knows I'm gonna win. Let me pull over so that I can read this because it kind of looks like it's trollish comment, but in Spanish. Let me see it. I didn't think this video was going to be this long. But here we are, aren't we? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I like the sound.
This is the thing. Monica, can you tell me, first of all, do you speak English as well? Obviously you do, right? Because you're critiquing me, right? Y'all, you have 1 hour left to early voting. 1 hour left to early voting. That's it. No more early voting left. None at all. No. There's a lot of people that don't speak Spanish here. So regardless of what, 16 times, thank you, Debbie Gaines Holman, 16 times. Mm-hmm.
The second place.
Regardless of what this man,
the second place happiness kind of wore out.
He has complete disregard of how many times he's, y'all. This is you are literally witnessing the mindset of a man who is likely undiagnosed.
I want him to say, I know you are, but what am I?
This is not just emotional immaturity being displayed here. This is something way deeper than that. This is a man who helps people in their elections. Oh, yes. No, I'm not kidding.
Somebody want to fill Melissa in? I know you
find it hard to believe. I know you do.
In the chat.
I know you do.
Or I can tell you later, Melissa.
Actually does that. He helps people. The one thing that you know about me, at least, is that I have no mental illness. None. Zero. Zip. Nothing. Nothing at all. That's what you do know about me. So let me read this Spanish for all of you that don't know Spanish. So Monica Garcia says, who's saying that? Yes, Michelle. That is thank you. Thank you. That is exactly what it is. I love you, Nanita. Gracias. I love you. That's what he tried telling me. And some of the messages that you're gonna see, he's like, they're all gonna laugh at you. Everybody's gonna laugh at you. No one's gonna like you. No one's gonna believe you. I'm gonna take you to court. You better not do this to me. You better not slander me, honey. It's not slandering if it's true. It's not. If it was written in your own words and you said that to me.
I asked two other candidates today.
And everybody sees
Have you watched Vanessa
Please,
where she's saying, they're like, they both said,
Not to
who's
me.
Vanessa? I said,
because
Vanessa
I have to
Tiene. I
prove
said,
to the police
who is
I
that?
am not talking.
That's for real. I'm not
Oh,
lying.
you're not going to start coming after my... No. You're not going to start. No. Your sociopathic behavior is not going to allow you to start having arguments with my supporters. That I won't allow. That I won't allow. You can come after me all you want if you want to break the law, because you already did 17, 18 times already, 19. But you are not going to go after my supporters.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, her claim is that the AOC image was originally this one's, and it was stolen from her. And AOC, she's supposed to be AOC.
And the whole world's going to see that. You did. You thought, oh, now no one, she's never going to run for anything. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You think something like that was going to stop me? Hell no. No.
Hey, Scarlett.
You think it's going to stop me from winning this seat? Hell no. Hell no. 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 No one's talking to you, man. Like, for real, no one's talking to you. I'm literally making this reply to my audience. Nobody knew who you were before. Probably no one's going to even remember you after this.
Right.
They're going to remember you for a little bit, though, after they see our messages. But after that, that's it. That's it. As long as it gets me votes, that's all that matters. Especially when a man tries to be like this with me. And I know that I have something that man wrote that will absolutely get me votes. Hell yeah. The human in me, the humanitarian in me, had already told myself, you're not going to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But now that he's doing this.
Hi, Rose.
No. There's something wrong with him. Like right now, he's stating that I'm talking right at him. This is my page. You came to me. This is very concerning. This is very concerning. This is very concerning. You're in politics, buddy. That guy's in politics. And he wants to tell me that I'm starved for attention? Hell yeah. I am thirsty as thirsty can be for attention, because it's a campaign. And a campaign, isn't this man supposed to be political?
Hey, Danielle.
Does this man not know?
Hi, Carol.
That a campaign is all about attention?
Hi, Amber.
You see, that's why his candidates don't win. That's why his political aspirations are going to be nothing. You don't jump on Vanessa Tijerina's live page when you've done things to her that can literally kill and obliterate your political ambitions, whether you wanted to put your name on a ballot or help another person win their election. That's it. You can literally right now, when this video is over, consider it over. It's done. Any community organizing, any trying a $15 minimum wage. He's the one that wants $15 minimum wage for Mission, Texas.
Danielle, could you make this comment out?
No joke. No joke. For real. For real. Him and another guy that also is the same exact guy like him. They want a $15 minimum wage. And guess who he's connected to, y'all? Guess who he's most closely connected to out of all of the people running for me? He can lie and say that he's not part of her campaign, but he's absolutely connected to her and her people. Michelle Vallejo. Michelle, come pull the chain on this little Abel, please. You need to. You really need to. This is really going to hurt your campaign. We have 55 minutes left till early voting is over. 55 minutes. That's it. I smile because Saturday, Sunday, Monday are mine. They're mine. There's not a damn thing that Ruben Ramirez, Eliza Alvarado, Michelle Vallejo, no, Michelle, and John Villarreal Rigby, there's not a damn thing that they're going to be able to do to cast a net for any more voters. It's all me. And I already knew it was going to be like this. I already knew it. And I never really trusted this guy. This guy right here, no, but nobody's even talking about him. Like, seriously, no one's caring what he's saying. Well, y'all may be caring because you're interested. Anything that has to do with me, but that man should know the only reason that they care is not because they think that you're some prolific speaker that, you know, and you're so smart and your intelligence is just showing through. In fact, your actions show the opposite. They're looking at your comment because they want to know what the hell you're going to say about the person they support, who's me. I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know what that person was thinking coming to the page of a woman that has a lot of supporters, and he thought he was going to do his mess on here. Not even the hate page has ever done this.
Hey, Nadia.
And that says a lot, y'all. I've never blocked the hate page.
Oh, it's incredible.
And, you know, once in a while they'll do this, but never like this. Never like this. Nope. So, what was I saying? The comments. Monica Garcia. Okay, first of all, Monica, you broke one of my rules. You want me to tell you in Spanish? I'll tell you in Spanish first. First of all, let me read her comment to you, for those of you that don't read Spanish. I'm going to do my best.
Hi, Gail.
She's telling me what to do. Even the English speakers and the Spanish speakers, don't y'all realize cuando van a entender? Ustedes no me van a decir qué tipo de persona voy a ser yo o qué tipo de candidata voy a ser yo. Yo voy a hacer lo que yo quiero en la manera que yo quiero. Ninguna mujer, ningún hombre me va a decir que lo que yo estoy haciendo es mal. Yo voy a hacer lo que yo quiero. Y cuando yo gano esta silla, vas a mirar que yo no soy la que estaba en el mal. Ustedes eran ustedes. Primeramente, quebraste mi rule, Mónica Garcia. Nobody comes on my page without showing their faces. If you're going to be there criticizing a woman, si vas a estar ahí criticando a una mujer,
Hi,
entonces enseña tu cara. Enséñanos a nosotros quién eres tú. ¿Quién eres tú? And then I'm going to tell you what it says. I'm going to interpret it the right way. And then I'm going to tell you what he said, she said. There's another way that you can tell what he's about. She said, ¿usted quiere representar a nuestra gente? Question mark. Necesitan, por favor, razonar, ver la forma que se comunican y si tu comportamiento, por favor.
Google Translate.
She says, what that translates to is, you want to represent the people, question mark. You need to have reason. I always show reason. Logic and practicality. That's what the hell I'm about. I'm about all of that. But because she doesn't agree with what I'm saying, she has a problem with it. Mira, señora, nomás porque a usted no le gusta como yo hablo, como la manera que uso en contra de hombres que me hacen cosas malas, como usted también viniendo a mí criticándome con cosas que ni valen.
First, she was going on
Ese es tu
about
problema.
Abel Prado.
dice más de ti
Abel
que
Prado picked her
ninguna
off,
palabra
pissed
que
her off.
puedes decir en inglés y español tocante en contra de mí. ¿Entiendes eso?
Ew. Ew.
And then she says, please. And so what he said, she said,
Tuesday
so
night.
you have to have reason, and you have to check your reason and your behavior. What have I told y'all? I'm not a neurotypical. I'm not a neurotypical like Abel.
What up, Domingo?
I'm not a neurotypical. I'm not a neurotypical like Monica. She probably doesn't even know how in Spanish. Escríbame en español cómo se dice divergent. Vamos a comenzar con esto.
That's a good question.
Escríbeme, Mónica, cómo se dice neurotypical. Y si no sabes qué es neurotypical y neurodivergent, nunca me vas a entender. Y si nunca me vas a entender, todo el tiempo me vas a estar criticando sin razón. Usted no tiene voz aquí. Voy a quitar tu comment.
Can somebody give this to her,
Y
please?
ya no vas a estar aquí. Si quieres venir para atrás, tienes que poner el retrato de usted. ¿Ok? Adiós.
Oh, she wants a profile picture now.
Que vaya con Dios. And what he said was, she said, you need to grow up, Vanessa. She didn't say that. She said that I needed to work on having reason.
Hi, Delma.
Reason, which I've already demonstrated for all the time. And then she said, I need to work on my behavior. But that's all perception. That's some lady that just has a stereotype of what a candidate should talk like, behave like, and act like. I've told y'all since the beginning of this,
Right.
I am not going to talk like your usual politician. I'm not going to act like your usual politician / candidate. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm different. I've always been different. And what Texas voters want is, what do they want? Different. That's right. You see, that's right. You see, that's why when was the last time we had a Democratic governor?
Yeah, different,
They ain't
not
matching energies
crazy.
to the Republican Party. They're not. That's the problem.
That's right. Different, not crazy.
That's the problem. If you're not matching energies with the Republicans, and then you wonder why the Republicans are rising. They're rising because they are putting up candidates whose energies the Democrats cannot match. It's not my fault that I can match anybody's energy, because nobody can match mine. No one can match my energy at all. So, shout out to all the good people. He is saying, shout out to all the good people messaging me right now. Your words of support mean the world to me. Okay. We totally believe you. Do you really think that I'm just going to give you that because it makes you feel better? I don't even know what to say, but for real. Let's see. Who said that?
Yeah, I'm sure either way, there's a party at the Antler Inn. Either way.
Don't worry about this guy. A guy that harasses women is a loser. He should be ashamed of himself. And Rosie Gonzalez says, yes, amen. He is. He really is. He's mad. He's mad that the girl that he knew that I was going to run. He knew, because I told him I'm going to run. He was one of the very first people that knew I was going to run before I actually ran. And he did everything in his power to work with other people to make sure that I didn't run. And I was like, F all that. I'm still going to run. Are you kidding me? And I'm going to use all of these comments to help my election. So probably Saturday, I'm thinking more Sunday on my birthday. Probably on my birthday, I will open up my live messages with him so y'all can see. and you decide for yourselves if because there's going to be some people that vote for me just because they see those messages and just because they cannot believe that a man can talk that way to a woman. He literally tried breaking me down. He used every tactic. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody that tries to use every single tactic to make you feel like you're not worthy, like you're not worthy, you should have no ambition, they're all gonna laugh at you kind of thing? When you see it, y'all are gonna be like, wow. And you can go with all those people who show you support. That's fine, because all the ones that show you support are people that are no longer here. That's fine. And you know what? You fit perfectly with them.
Hi, Amber.
You perfectly fit with them.
Sorry, did I say hi?
Because you're one of them. You're no better than they are. You're exactly like one of them. So everybody that's messaging you words of support, I guarantee you that they're all people who have done ugly things to me. Because you're no different. You're no different. At all. You're no different.
Right.
So, anyways. Look at him. You guys are so, this is his comment. You guys are so kind. God bless y'all. It's too many friend requests, but I'll approve them eventually. Okay. We believe that. Sure. And one of them is Cody.
Hey, Shonda.
Cody's in jail. So that's a lie. Look at that. Look, he even wants me to look at how, can y'all see the like, can y'all break down the psychology of this? Do you see that? He even wants me to believe even your ex-boyfriend, he's requesting me. He's literally in jail. Literally. He has not logged onto his Facebook since 2 weeks before he was incarcerated.
Chuck.
Literally.
Chuck, everyone.
So whoever's requesting you is not him, or you're straight up lying. That's pathological.
Not yet, Chuck. You haven't crossed that line with her yet.
You because he doesn't request
Somehow.
people like that. He'd probably request you if you were a woman. Thank you so much, Miss Michelle Rutherford. Thank you so much. Thank you so. One of them is Cody. Oh my God, Cody's locked up. What are you talking about? He's locked up for real. Oh my God, that's crazy, y'all. That is so pathological. Wow. And one of them is Cody. Oh my, that boy can barely get a call out. Barely get a call out from the facility. What makes you think he's gonna be on his Facebook? No, he's not. Are you kidding me? Please.
There's the ghetto.
And he would not be requesting you of all people.
The Ebonics.
So what I was trying to say was the thing. Do you see how much he doesn't like women? He doesn't even, he said that it was a lie, that I was saying that women outside of military bases are more at risk. Y'all ladies are watching this. You know we are. If women on military bases are going missing, and nobody cares they're going missing on a military base, what do you think is going to happen outside of a military base? They're going to care even less. If a woman gets raped on a military base, what do? They cover it up. Hello? What do you think is going to happen when you get raped outside of a military base?
She was talking about Abel, but not you, buddy.
But you got this dude with genitals that's not like a woman's, and instead it's like a man, and you have this dude with an XY chromosome thinking that he can speak on the issues of women. Boy, please. Please. Bye. For real, bye. No. But you know what? I'm so glad you made it so easy. I was like, damn, I know that it could really help my campaign by releasing what he did to me. I know it can really help my campaign. But I told myself, you know what? Don't do it. Just like it could help my campaign to release the video of the Republican whose 2 family members are running for really serious Republican seats. Do you know how many Republican new voters I get just for that video? That on live video, I said the other day, I'm not going to do that because it's not those two Republicans, those family members, they didn't choose for him to do that. So why should they suffer? And one of y'all even said, you know what, Vanessa, you're right. But what's sad is that they wouldn't think about it the way you're thinking about it. They would just hurt you. And I know they would, just like this guy's hurting me, trying to hurt me. Trying to. So he can have all his new friends if he wants. Cody is not requesting you. I know that for certain because he's incarcerated. He doesn't know when he's going to get out. And he's still in there. Like, to this day. Anybody can call. He's still in there. So that's a lie.
She said she would.
But the fact that he even tried to say, oh, but your ex-boyfriend's requesting me. Like, if he's a girl. Like, if I should be, like, jealous or mad. It's a man. It's a man. It's a man that's saying that he requested him. It's not a woman. And even if it was a woman, I wish him the best of luck with that woman. But it's a man. And it's also a man that he would never request. He would never request you. He would never request you. Ever. He doesn't align with people that dislike me. He doesn't align with people that dislike me. He doesn't. In fact, that's one thing I admired about him is that he goes out of his way to show me. He went out of his way to show me, hey, this person's trying to request me. Do you know this person? that I appreciated. That I appreciated from him. So, anyways, are you kidding me? Please. You know about me being in second place. You know about me. You know about me. If anybody can ask you, they should be asking you about me being.
Hey guys, I got a request from Selena, Melissa Lucio's daughter. So I'm going to go see if I can chat with her real quick. I'll leave this on right here, okay?
They should. That particular elections law 61.007 does not apply to me. Does not apply to me. Nah, and you were trying to extort me. You were trying to extort me too. You know, let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. You're mad because I am in second place. You're mad because I am. You're mad because I'm in second place. Everybody knows that I'm in second place. You're mad. You're mad because I'm going to win. And you don't want me to win. You didn't want me to win in October. You didn't want me to file for the seat in October. You did you did whatever you did. I am in second place because you're not the only one that told me. Honestly, the fact that you think that you're the only one that is connected to anything is crazy. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people. I verified it afterwards. That's why Eliza's like not really campaigning anymore. Ruben's not really campaigning anymore. John's not campaigning anymore. Michelle's hardly campaigning anymore. They all gave up because they know. They know just like you know. And just like everybody else knows. So if anybody should be investigated, it should be you. So you know how everybody wanted me to like go to jail and this and that? Well, statute 61.007. Thank you, Sylvia. I love you. Statute 61.007 of the Elections Code doesn't apply to me. But it probably does apply to the people that gave him the information. Yvonne, if you want to know who, Do you want us to continue? Yes, always continue with the screenshots. Yes, I'm gonna go put gas. Okay, go ahead and have your own conversation. I'll be right back. No, for real, please do. I need those screenshots because this dude gives he thinks he's above the law. Gave who what? What do you mean gave who what? You were trying to extort me for election information, telling me that I can't afford it. I wasn't even asking for it. You literally wanted to sell me election information. Talk about illegal. And if y'all don't believe it, you can see it in the messages. He's gonna talk a lot of shit while I'm gone. But go ahead.
Where'd she go? Where'd she go? What did I miss? By the way, I got in contact with Selena, Melissa Lucio's daughter. We're chatting, and I'm trying to get her to come on the show and do a show with me so we can talk to her, ask her questions, just get some info. I don't want to attack her or none of that stuff. She doesn't agree with her mother. She just doesn't want her to die. But she totally believes her mom is guilty. And she's been kind of laying out the story on TikTok. If you follow her there, she's been kind of talking about it a lot and asking questions, as they come. So I'm trying to set that up with her. Hopefully we can do that like real soon. Oh, no. I hope not. I got to go lock my door.
It's so cold outside, you guys. Oh my goodness. What gibberish was he saying? Oh, he hasn't said anything. Gave who what information. This is what he did. So, what? Were you going to tell me something? Yes? Did you need something? Okay. Let me get my messenger. I would have read to you my messages. He was the one that told me I was in second place. I didn't want to believe it at first, but then someone else told me that I was.
Ooh.
That's when I believed it.
The plot thickens.
That's when I believed it. But then I was busy, and so I hadn't replied to him. Hold on. So Yvonne, if you want to investigate somebody, you already know.
Yeah, you. Oh my goodness. Let me start up with these. Got a few minutes here. She's gonna finish her live. Selena's gonna finish her live, and then we'll talk. But I gotta eat dinner, so I'm gonna split in a second. But I'll leave this running.
So then I hadn't gotten back to him, and then I said, "Oh, okay, thank you," just like that. But I had already verified it because from other sources, so I knew that it was true. We are in second place, y'all. We are in second place. That's why he's mad. That's why he's so angry.
Tuesday night,
He
Helen.
thought that he was going to come over here and mess up my social media because this is the main thing that I have. Hell no. In fact, you gave me the green light to go ahead. I asked the universe. I let all control be in the hands of the universe. And when this little guy came on here, that let me know, release it, Vanessa. Just release it. Because if anything, people will understand you a little bit better. People will understand you a little bit better. So then I messaged him. I just said, thank you. Just a simple thank you. And what he wrote was, I got early polling information. It says that you're second. So for sure you're going to be in a runoff.
That's a lie. Lies.
I didn't want to believe it because the information came from him. Because obviously he did this really awful thing to me in October that I haven't told y'all about.
And even then, you believe him.
So, but that I have talked about with you all before. But nobody knows that it was him that did that to me. And so then, this all happened yesterday or the day before, whenever I told y'all. So when I was happy was when the confirmation came from other people. Then I knew it was real. And I was honest with him as to why it took me so long to get back to him. And I told him, well, considering what you've done to me in the past, you could have just told me that to try to make me feel stupid and foolish. What if I'm dead last?
So you can't even joke about that.
I knew I am in second because I confirmed it with other people, with other ones. So what I did then was, so then I told him that's why I don't know if I can ever trust you. You know what he began to do? And you'll see it in the comments. You'll see it in the messenger. He said to the effect of, "You're so ungrateful. You're gonna be the first candidate that is so that gloats herself out of a runoff." He knows I'm gonna go into a runoff if I don't take 51% or more of the vote. Y'all, these little Abel Prado people are the reason that I need to avoid a runoff. Seriously, they're the reason. If he knows that I have so much dirt on him that will literally kill his political career, and he still has the nerve to get on my, live, that means he's really scared that I'm going to win this seat. And it bothers him greatly because he would be so like,
bye, Carol. Have a good weekend.
Give me advice. You're going to see it in the messenger. He would give me advice that I didn't ask him for no advice.
Patsy's talking about,
she's
talking about Abel Prado.
None. And he gave it to me.
Kind of used to work for her. Now I think
he gave me the advice.
Helping.
I was just being polite and being like, okay.
Michelle?
But in my mind, I was like,
Vallejo, I think.
You're a big, huge hater to me, and you've done really ugly things to me. Like, I don't even know, this is crazy, right? And then, so then he says, so then I tell him, I guess we'll find out on March 1st if you were telling me the truth or not. But I already knew from 4 other sources, that, yeah, I am in second place. I am. He's the only one that actually wrote it.
Nobody in their right mind would ever confirm something like that.
On March 1st.
This
is what he wrote to me. Yvonne.
She's out there, man.
Elections coordinator, elections.
Even if they're pulling her leg
from Hidalgo County.
It's an ethics violation to even fool around jokingly talking about that kind of thing happening.
But you can't afford it. He was trying to make money off of me to prove to me that yes, indeed, I'm in second place. It's okay. I already got confirmation from 3 or 4 other people. You know me. Confirmation from one person is not going to be enough. I need at least 3 or 4 sources. And I got the 3 or 4 sources. That's why I'm so confident.
Hi at the
But
RGV.
that little guy,
Welcome.
he's the only little guy that put himself in a position to be investigated. Not me.
She's admitted it a few times.
And that's the truth. And when you see the messages, you're going to know, damn, Vanessa, you almost said this verbatim. Yeah, because I don't lie. Oh, no, he knows. You're in deep shit. If you are literally trying to sell polling information, that's serious shit. That is serious shit. You are not supposed to be selling polling information. So for the 2 ladies that came over here lambasting me yesterday and saying, I've been in elections for 150 million, 100 years. And that's impossible. Tell that dude it's impossible. That dude that wanted to sell me polling information. I'll say, no, that's illegal. That's like straight up illegal.
And she's already
Why
setting it
would
up
you even
again
have
by
it in your
saying
hands?
this.
And who in Hidalgo County is corrupt enough to give them to you so that you could even put them on sale? And then he has the nerve, knowing that I know all that about him, he wants to jump on my live video? Please. No. Now he's trying to explain it away. He saw our conversation going. He was reading your comments and he's listening to me. And all of a sudden he's chiming in. You all be the judge. I don't need to be the judge. And he doesn't need to be the judge. You read the conversation exactly how it went. And you guys be the judge. Let my voters be the judge. Let my voters be the judge. I don't have a problem with that. That's the difference between me and Abel Prado. Is that I don't do things like that to other people and then act like I don't do things like that to other people. I'm not going to post no screenshots. I'm going to go live with the messages. In other words, that phone's going to be right there. And then it's going to be down like this. And then I'm going to open up my Facebook. And people can actually see in real time. Exactly. No, I'm not going to do it right now.
I'll be back, people.
You see, there's something wrong with him. He tries to tell other humans what to do. And it's like, first of all, you are a no one in my life to tell me what to do. Period. You're no one in anyone's life, not on here, to tell them what to do. You're not. And you don't even have an elected seat or any kind of official capacity to demand anything of another human. So for you to tell me to do it when you want me to do it, please. I run my campaign. And those messages are part of winning this campaign. And what about it? Him coming on here is him trying to ruin my campaign. Everything he did in October. Oh my God, when you guys see what he did in October, I was in Chinatown when all that was going down. Literally, I was in Chinatown when I was dealing with Abel Prado's meanness in Chicago. That's when it happened. That's when it happened. And he even talks about the hate. He even talks about the hate, the hate page from Brownsville, Harlingen. He's on first name basis. He's on a first name basis with that man. Yes. He doesn't call him FM. Mm-mm. He calls him like his name, like if he talks to him every day. Mm-hmm. He talks to him every day. Look, you see, he wants you so badly, so badly. No, because he knows what he's gonna look like talking about that. He knows. So you see, like when an organism is dying, what do? They kick and scream. Whether you're a human or a cockroach, you're gonna kick and scream. Socially, this is him kicking and screaming because he knows it's the end and close to it. I'm not kicking and screaming. I think everybody can see I'm not kicking and screaming. In fact, I think everybody can see I'm cool as a cucumber because I don't got nothing to worry about. All instead, you know what? Not only do I not got nothing to worry about, I'm in second place, y'all. And it wasn't just little Abel Prado that told me I was. I was like, I can't believe what he tells me. Let me find out from my other people. And my other people confirmed it. I'm in second place, y'all. I'm in second place. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. It's going to be really hard for me. I love you. Anid says, I don't need to see your messenger, Vanessa. I don't need to see your messenger, Vanessa. He just commented on here and confessed to being the caller who told you about being in second place. He actually wasn't the one that did that during my live video. That was one of the people that I called for confirmation. He had actually messaged me before that live video. So I didn't take it. I was like, man, you've been a hater of mine before. Plus, you did that really, really ugly thing that nobody does to another human. You talked down on me. You tried to make me feel bad. He brought up my children. Do you know that in those messages, you're going to hear him say, I'm going to get a lawyer to sue you and take everything from you. Mm-hmm. All that. Everything. Everything. Ira este. I'm not talking to him. I'm going to read you what he's saying. That's how much it's okay that he's on here. This whole video is going to help my campaign so much. If he wasn't doing it for nefarious reasons, I would thank him. If he wasn't doing it for nefarious reasons. But we all know that he is. So I'm not going to thank him. So he says, you read my message in real time and immediately started celebrating. Those weren't just your messages. Those were the messages you sent before the video. Before. So once I got confirmation from 2 people during my live video, 2, that's when I repeated what you had initially said. Because the way that they said it, I couldn't say it because it was going to reveal their names. Because they said like, hello, it's me, so-and-so. I'm getting back to you on. So I wasn't going to say that. What else, smarty pants? Smarty arty pants. You're on here complaining and arguing. He's on here literally arguing with a congressional United States candidate. Twice. A twice congressional U.S. candidate. U.S. congressional candidate. What you doing? If you were at the caliber of being able to bring down a U.S. congressional candidate, you'd be on the ballot yourself. But you're not. You're not. And I love that it's happening like this. Y'all keep, take the screenshots, por favor. Take the screenshots, por favor. Take the screenshots. Because this dude's going to do damage control later. Oh my God. Cindy Richards, if you're going to come over here and insult me, okay, you might want to use proper grammar. You might want to. Be a good idea. Okay? It's not. It's not knit. Knit. Is there even a word as knit? There's a gnat. There's gnat. But like nitpicking maybe? But you meant to use the word not. So if you're going to want to use not and you want to come over here and tell me ugly things, then what you should do is you should learn those things. Just asking, just saying, just like you're just innocently asking. I'm not a nurse. I've been a nurse since 1998. Literally, my license is still active right now. No disciplines. It's never been suspended in 25 years. I'm a nurse. I'd actually be getting in trouble for saying I'm a nurse. Did you know that? Did you know that even saying I'm a nurse when you're not a nurse, that's against the law? Did you know that, Miss Cindy Richards? I don't think so. Did you just like really toxic? No, you see, you know what? I'm going to give you credit for that. I was about to block you. I'm not kidding. I was about to block you. Unless if your apology is not genuine, then I'll find out later if you start this again. But yeah, you should have asked. She says, oh, sorry, I should ask before I open my mouth. You should have asked. You should have asked. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to have to change my entire trajectory now because of this live video. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to another direction. And let's do that. Hold on, let me make a call real quick. This is an interesting video, right? Turned out to be an interesting video. Y'all, she's saying, I'm really sorry for my heart. And you know what? Honestly, I believe her. Let me ask you something, Cindy. Can you answer my question? Since I was so nice the way that, you came at me, really trying to put me down. Trying to say that I'm not in a profession that I've been in a quarter of a century. I love saying that, y'all. I'm going to say that for the rest of my life. I am. Because I don't know if I'll ever be able to say half a century. There's no way I'm going to be a nurse for half a century. That would make me 50 plus 19 years old. That would make me 69 years old. I don't know if I'll be... Oh my goodness, maybe I might be able to say I'm a nurse for half a century. I don't want to say that. Oh my goodness. I don't want to have to say that. Hold on. I have a question for you, Cindy. Hey, are you home? How long is it going to take you to be there? What do you mean? You're going from San Benito home? Wait a minute, hold on. You're going to San Benito? So you're going to San Benito. Well, the thing is, it's already going to be 7. What time are you going to get back? That's a long, long time. I'll try to be there at that time. Okay? Well, no, actually I'm already done. That's why. Okay. You're not going to be there later cuz 8:30 is already really late. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, bye. Anyway, Mateo Lozano is saying they're trying to psych you out because you're the one. They are trying to psych me out. They are. That's exactly what they're doing. Guys, when I first decided in October, and I think I've said this story before to you. I think I've told y'all this before. But not in this way. When I first decided to run for this seat, well, I always knew I was going to run. Oh, Cindy Richards, that was my question. Can you tell me what made you think, don't worry. She says, I'm truly sorry. I won't speak bad again. No, don't worry. Look, this is what I really want to know. Did you come over here? Like, in other words, what made you tell me I'm not a nurse? What made you tell me I'm not a nurse? Because, like, let me show you something. Like, this is my thermometer. All right? Okay? I don't carry that around my neck. Okay? Because it's not carried around your neck. This is my pulse oximeter. Okay? So the thermometer takes patient's temperature. All right? This takes patient's pulse. Although I don't use this for the pulse. I take the pulse with my fingers. I don't like using this one for the pulse. But it takes their level of oxygen. Okay? This right here, this is a Sharps container. Okay? This right here, these are gloves. This right here, this is called a sphygmometer. I don't use an electric one. I prefer this one because a manual one is always more accurate than an electric one can ever be. So my question to you is, what makes you think? I want to know what convinced you that I'm not a nurse. It's really important for me. And this is one of the first times that I've ever actually asked somebody. And I'm just curious to know, did you not like me and you just wanted to hurt me? Because if that's the reason, just tell me that. Or do you not want me to win this seat and you don't want people to think I'm a nurse? And that's okay, just tell me that. Or did you hear it on the hate pages that I wasn't a nurse and you believed them? That's what I'm trying to get at. I want to know where you got that information from. And I'm not blaming you for it. I'm actually giving you a second chance, because if anybody knows me on these pages, if anybody knows me, they know I don't take no bullshit. I literally was about to block you, honey. But you know, so can you please tell me? Can you tell me? Because why would I be carrying those things around in my car if I know nobody has ever seen those? No one's ever seen those things ever on one of my live videos. Nobody knows that I carry that around. Nobody knows that. They know I carry this stethoscope around. This stethoscope gets all crooked, and I don't like it to get all crooked. The only other place for me to put the stethoscope is over my rearview mirror, which I used to do for years. I've been a nurse for 25 years. The reason that I don't do that anymore is because it makes the stethoscope very brittle. It changes the flexibility of it. And to me, that changes. If you change the flexibility of the tubing, in my mind, there you have to somehow change. That somehow has to change what you're reading. It somehow has to mess with the results. So where else am I supposed to put my stethoscope? Because I don't want to do this. And I know a lot of guys do this, especially men. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. When I get home, there's a place where I hang it and it stays straight. But when I'm during the day and I know I'm going to be using it, I will not put it in my bag. I will not throw it just anywhere, and I will not put it on my on my rearview mirror, which I did that for like 20 years, 15 years. I don't do that no more. So she says, no, I think you're a good person. I was curious that. Well, but honey, if you're curious, you ask. You say, are you really a nurse? That's what you say. You don't say, you're not even a nurse. Why do you wear that around your neck? You're not even a nurse. That's what you said. And because that's what you said, I don't feel that your response to me was genuine. I have to be honest with you. Because you didn't, you should have just asked me. You wouldn't have come at me like that, in other words. And so I was just trying to get at, you see, I use all of this feedback to win this seat. To win this seat. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. Cynthia Rozak says, listening or following the haters, that's what she probably heard it. I'm thinking that's where you heard it, Cindy. That's all I was trying to get down to. That's all I was trying to get down to. That's it. But why would I have any of that? Like, honestly, like, why would I have any of this? Just, why would I be carrying stuff like this around? Like, for no good reason. What else do I have? Why would I have a glucometer? Why would I have a glucometer? I'm not diabetic. No one in my family is diabetic. It's because I'm a nurse. It's because I'm a nurse. It does, Michelle, it ruins the integrity of it. I stopped doing that a long time ago. And then I would wonder after a few weeks, why is it not pliable anymore? They would all start to get really hard and stiff, and I'd be like, what's going on here? And it was the sun. It was the sun while I was putting it over my rearview mirror. And I'm sorry for making fun of your grammar. Actually, I'm not in the business of making fun of people's grammar. I know that the majority of people don't really, some people want to reach out to me and interact with me, and I let them, no matter how bad their grammar is, no matter how their punctuation is. I don't want them to ever be embarrassed to have a civil discussion with me. But when they come at me, like the way you came at me, at the very least, I'm gonna let them know about their grammar, especially if they're trying to put somebody down. And so you were literally trying to give the impression that I wasn't a nurse. So, you know, I had to do what I had to do. But, you know, when I saw April's little face pop on here, I was like, I'm gonna have to delete this video. What business is he doing on here? You know? And I was like, damn, right? Not damn because I'm scared of him, but damn because he ruined the third part of my asking you to go out to vote. Oh, that's it. It's over. It's over, y'all. It's over. It's over. 9th day of early voting done. If you haven't gotten in line by now, and if you haven't voted for Vanessa Stephanie Theodina, that's it.
It's
We
over.
will have, actually, I'll have them in just a little bit, and I'll tell you. But usually we get the early voting results for all the totals. We get them on.
Doesn't matter because you're not going to win anyway. She's in the.
Sorry, I'm thinking about something. Oh, we get them on election day. But I'll give them to you tonight. I'm curious. I want to see if more Democrats came than yesterday. Because remember, when I found out, you see, and that's why I wasn't so enthusiastic whenever Abel told me that. I took it with a grain of salt. I looked at it and I was like, okay, I'm in second place. I'm not going to tell anybody that.
So she's just.
I confirm.
Is that what I missed? So she's saying Abel is the one who told her that?
It was just a joke.
Did I hear that right?
And I thought he was trying to fool me into letting you all think that I was in second place when really I was in dead last. So I've already known about that guy. I've already known how that guy operates. When you all find out the ugly things he told me, it's okay. I have to just accept that I have to show the public. I really do. The public needs to know. But when you all find out, y'all are going to know. Y'all are just going to know that I'm telling the truth. And also, you're going to know exactly what I've had to deal with men in politics. Can you literally believe he told me that? And I was honest with him. I didn't tell him I got confirmation from four other people, because I did. I was like, I'm not going to believe you. And so I made my calls and I asked them. I sent them all a message. I said, I'm hearing I'm in second place. Is this for sure? And they're like, yes, you are. And so when I got their confirmation on live, that's when I was like, so happy. I wasn't happy when Abel told me because I couldn't trust what Abel told me.
Abel, are you still in the house?
I could have been happy. That's why when you see my response to him, when I show you my messages, you're going to see where it says, where I'm like, thanks. I mean, how do I know you're not lying? And then he got offended when I said, I still don't know if I could ever trust you again, which is why I'll always question your motives against me. Why would you freely give that information? But then I figured out it's because you were helping Michelle Vallejo win. And y'all wanted that information thinking your girl was going to win.
I'm hoping to hear from Mr. Abel. Prado, Abel. Message me, brother, on the page. Nah, there was a crappy internet. I was going to do my show at 8 o'clock with Bam. He's available now, but he doesn't get into this particular drama. You
and
know,
it didn't help you.
she must have switched services, right? Because it's her internet is bad. Frozen. Let me go through some of these. I just heard
So you
from.
thought that by giving me that information, you'd get in my good graces. First of all, let me see if it's true. And that's when I found out it was true. But then he went on to say, and I'm not lying, and I'm telling a part 4. I was like, I don't want to make a part 4. Okay, so I'm telling you this so that you can see how honest I am when you actually see the messages. Because if there's any messages that I deleted, you know that Facebook now says a message has been deleted. I didn't delete any messages. And I'm certainly not going to be accused of those messages being photoshopped. So what better way to prove that I'm totally honest than by opening it live? I don't have a problem. You treated me really badly in October. The world needs to know what you do. The world needs to know what women in politics have to deal with out of men. He worked with the Hay Page in Brownsville to try to shame me. He worked with them. That's why he's on a first name basis with that guy. And you'll see him calling him by his first name in the messages. So
Interesting.
when I first told him that I was running for this seat,
Hey, Patty.
he was like, you're not going to win and this and that, and you shouldn't do that and this and that, totally discouraging me. I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. And so then he got together with the hate page and they worked on a hate campaign against me. And it didn't work because I'm surviving all that. Obviously, y'all see me surviving all that. So yesterday when he met, or the day before when he messaged me, you're in second place, and I couldn't get excited. But I got excited when my friends messaged me and confirmed that yes, I was. That's when it excited me. So because they said, hey, it's me so-and-so, hey, it's me so-and-so, and then they added some other personal things, I didn't want to give away their anonymity. And so I read his because he didn't have any, like, it's me Abel. So that's why I read his. I read his initial one, and that's when he said, for sure you're going to be in a runoff. And I said, okay. So then the next day I tell him, how do I know you weren't telling me that to lie to me? Because he was trying to call me ungrateful for not saying thank you. I was busy doing other things, and oh my God, how can you tell me that? That's crazy, right? And so then he proceeds to keep being mean and says, I give you the polling information, but you can't afford it. So right now when he tried to tell you, Vanessa doesn't know what polls are. No, you legit said I was in the lead. I'm sorry, not in the lead, in second place. I verified it with other people. They're not trying to sell me the information. They verified it. And I told him, I forgot what I told him, but he got mad and he said, you're the only candidate I know that's going to gloat herself out of a runoff. Oh, I told him, I said, well, I guess we'll find out on March 1st if you're lying to me or not. No, I had to prove myself because, like he said, I'll show them. I'll show the screenshots. I'll show them. And the thing is, he probably will show the screenshots, but he won't go as far as I will. I'll go a step further. I'll open my messenger live. That's not what he counted on. He didn't count on that. He thought he was going to give you the screenshots. No. Let's show it all to them. Let's show them all what it's about. And we can go all the way back from not just that night when I was in Chinatown, but in the weeks before that when he didn't want me to even run. And they thought, him and the hate page thought that by doing this to me, that would keep me from, no. I actually strategically told him, because I knew he was in politics in Hidalgo County, and I wanted to feel him out, because he's one of the indicators of how a hateful mind will react to me running for the seat. And I got the information I needed. And in fact, they all act like him, the ones who don't like me. So whenever he tells you, Vanessa just doesn't know what polls are, it's like, nobody. You weren't trying to sell me. You weren't trying to sell me how many Democrats voted and how many Republicans voted. And plus, you already know I know that information. You were trying to sell me something that no one in Texas, anywhere in the United States, especially a federal election, should have their hands on. He was trying to sell me election information.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to clear my throat in your ear.
Who was in the lead? That you're not supposed to do. Literally, who is it? I didn't even, you know what? I so much don't care about my competition, other than if you guys go see them. I didn't even ask him. I don't think I ever asked him once who's in the lead. I never asked him. Because whoever it is, I know we're going to beat them either now. We have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to raise awareness to my campaign. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we have those 3 nights to raise awareness to my campaign. And so it doesn't matter to me who's in the lead. Because who's ever in the lead, like, we're there. We're right there. So whenever he tells you Vanessa doesn't know what poll stuff is, no. You know exactly what you were trying to sell me. You were trying to sell me how many people voted for which person. And that is very privileged information. So if anybody wants to start an investigation, they know who to start with, and they should know that he was willing to sell it. But he wanted to jump on my live video, right? None of this was gonna be spoken of. None of it. And he was right when he told me I would show you everything. I would show, because I told him, I said, I don't know if I'm in dead last.
She's still talking Prado, right?
Well, I guess we'll find out March 1st. So the reason he offered to show them to me was he's an opportunist. Not only was he going to try to get in my good graces so that I could trust him now, why would he want to offer to sell me something that proved I'm in second place? What he didn't realize was I had already verified with other people that I was. He thought that he was the only one that had told me that. No, that's why I wasn't excited when you told me. I was excited when these other people messaged me that it was true. So not only was he trying to get in good graces with me, that's one opportunity, but the second opportunity he was trying to take was making money off of information that's completely illegal to have in Texas. So now he's mad that I told him, we'll wait to find out till March. And so he said, well, I would sell you the polling information so I could know before March, right? That he was telling the truth. So now he comes on here and tries to lie to all of you to tell y'all you're not in second place. And it's like, buddy, I am in second place. Not only do you not know that I verified it with other people, but I still have the
Do something else. Isn't she on?
How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. You come in a good mood.
Mr. Abel Parado, everybody. Give him a nice warm welcome. We're here just listening to her ramble. Yeah, of course, we got questions and stuff, but I don't want to take away from what she's saying because there's a lot of good stuff in here. So,
and watch. He's still going to.
What happened with that phone call? Was there a phone call?
Well, first of all, it wasn't a phone call. It was there was a message that I sent. So a little bit of background for people who might not know me. I work in politics, helping campaigns across the RGV win their elections and stuff like that. And she knows that. She's known that since she met me. One of the ways I met Vanessa initially was that she wanted me to work her campaign when she was running as a Green Party candidate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, well, you can hire me. Back then I didn't really know her that well. I didn't know that she was batshit crazy. And so she's like, well, I can't pay you, but maybe we can work something else out, and like this and that, and like I have a family and all that, like zero interest. And so she's hated me ever since I spurned her cheap advances to have me work her campaign. That's how I initially met Vanessa.
Hang on a second.
And so. Yeah, okay. And so, so fast forward the other day, sitting around my office, and we actually do run it. I guess we need to explain the difference between like election results and polls. What a poll is. Like in a poll, like you set up a target of like people who might be likely voters or people who just voted. And then you just ask them, questions about the race and stuff like that. And that is like, there's a whole industry. I think everybody knows what polls are. Whenever you see on the news and you say so-and-so's leading by so many things, I always say, according to this organization that ran a poll. So I just, se me metió just to play a quick little joke on Vanessa and tell her that she's in second place. And I told her, like, I have polling information that says you're in second place. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're going to be in a runoff for sure. I had no idea that she was actually live and that she, like, everything that she said was captured in real time. So everything she's saying right now is like, she's full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, that she's verifying with somebody else and this and that. She just needs to believe that it's true. Yeah. But, we all had a good laugh.
So for you, since you're not involved in the race, right, at all, anybody, so you're not assisting anybody else, no other candidate or nothing.
Nobody.
Because that was her claim, was that I don't know, she said she thought you were or she knew you were, but she figured you were involved with somebody else.
Yeah, and you know how like she has like her own forms of like verification with her different personalities. Her different personalities tell her things, and then she believes it's true. And so no, I don't have any clients that are in that race against her or anything like that.
So you can say whatever you want. You were just
exactly.
You were just you punked her pretty much.
Pretty much, and before I know how it might seem, but like Vanessa, you guys that know her knows that she incurs a lot of ill will to people around her, and she tries to pretend like she never did anything. But Vanessa and things that she's done to me, which I don't really want to get into because it's not nothing, but basically everything that she's accused people of doing to her is things that she does to people. And there's any number of arrests that'll back that up.
So you never in a million years, did you really think she wouldn't go to her fan base and say this and repeat what you said?
I think I think she was going to brag or something like that. I just didn't expect it to happen live. And I didn't expect to catch her reaction in the moment. And you can literally see, like, we can timestamp it and everything of when I sent a message and when she was live. And going back and looking at that video, it shows you how.
Okay, so she finished up her live, and I'm assuming somebody told her where you were. So don't be surprised if we see her come up here just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. So
no, that's cool.
So you didn't know she was live. I guess that's.
I know I didn't know she was live, but somebody messaged me right away saying that like she's talking about it right now. And then when I went and saw the video, and she repeats exactly what I told her. Like, I can show you the screenshots of what I sent her. You know what I mean? I have most of my interactions with her documented. And you know that she always says that I'm going to go live and expose her messages, but she never does because she knows she's full of shit.
Yeah,
we can curse, right? Like, it's okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Fucking A.
She's for her to even make that statement, whether it was a lie or whether she made it up, or in this case, whether you said it, you know, that's a no-no for her.
Well,
being a candidate.
It's polling information. I said I have polling information that shows you're in second place. Is exactly what I said to her. She immediately turned it into something shady. That, like, oh, I got this from somebody who knows, and this, and that. And so, like, it's not like she's talking about election results. You know, I said polling information, which anybody who knows anything about politics knows that polls are
okay.
You know, they had the polls. Hillary was winning the election when they were doing polling. You know,
so that kind of polling is pretty much when people are done voting and they're walking outside, they'll catch you and say, "Hey, by the way, do you want to say who you voted for?"
Exactly.
And they just put
exactly. And sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. You know, it just depends on who's doing it and this, and that. So that's what I told her, that we have polling showing that she's in second place, and she went. Now it's turned into, she has a whole elaborate, you know, thing that she verified, and this, and that. If you ask her who she verified with, she's not going to say.
Yeah, and she probably didn't with anybody.
Yeah.
She took what you said, man, and she ran with it. And I don't know if you saw. Did you see the video of her coming out with that?
Are you kidding me, dude? I have it like on a GIF. I'm playing it in the mornings while I drink my coffee. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she I guess you can say she took it hook, line, and sinker. And why she, I mean, if she, I mean, she claims to be so knowledgeable about any subject you bring up. She knows more than anybody.
Yeah.
And you think she would be smart enough to not talk about that or say, whoa, you know, this is wrong. As Harmon said, it might have been if it's an exit poll. But still, you know, other candidates might, hey, that's you're not supposed to talk about. I'd rather not talk about this or something like that.
Yeah, but she's making it seem like somebody gave her election results, like information that nobody's supposed to have, and that is all her. Like, that is a concoction that she created in her own mind.
So you've known her for how long?
Let's see. I first had the unfortunate experience of meeting her in it was when she was running for Congress the first time. I guess that was 2016.
Yep, that sounds right.
Yeah, she was running as a Green Party candidate. And around that time, I was getting involved in politics also. And, you know, I met her and you know, at first she comes across like, well, before that, if you don't know she's crazy, she comes across like kind of bombastic and smart and stuff like that. But you spend more than an hour talking to her and you realize that she's off her fucking rocker.
Has she always been like the way she is now? Was she like that back then as well?
She was. I remember talking to her and being like, wanting to give her advice on like how to like help her and stuff like that. And absolutely everything was met with, you're fucking stupid. I know what I'm doing. And so it wasn't really, we weren't friends like very long, you know what I mean? And so she's always been like, yeah, lo sabe lo todo, you know what I mean? Like, nobody knows more than her. Like, any attempt to help her is going to be met with some suspicious, like, you know, you're out to get me or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. She's well, I mean, it really sounds like she doesn't like men. She doesn't trust men. She doesn't like men. We're all men are evil and they're out to get her, and she's completely guilt-free and innocent of anything at all.
Yeah, but I've seen her beef with like other women too. You know what I mean? She's basically against anybody that doesn't think that she's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You know, I told everybody, I didn't have to tell them. It's like, if you're not pounding hearts or giving her likes or whatever and kissing her butt on her live, she will kick you out and delete you.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, that she's not from her political page anyway. And she's got a bunch of pages, right? And she's not supposed to, well, they say the rule is supposed to be social media. You're not supposed to kick any of your fans out or delete them or block them or that kind of thing.
She's very prolific. I'll give her one thing though. Like she has like the Facebook algorithms down cold. Like, she really understands. Like when there was a moment back when we were talking, like back in 2016, 2017, something like that, she actually pulled out her phone and then she showed me like all of her auxiliary profiles that she has on Facebook and this and that. She actually had like a note in her in her phone that had like the logins and the screen names for like all the different personalities and identities that she has.
So if you had to give an estimate of how many she might have,
there was easily over 30 on there because she just showed it to me and then she like scrolled up a bit. Like I didn't get to like really examine it, but it was a long, like you could go up a couple of times before she put it away. And she was bragging to me about how like, look, this is how I'm going to grow my social media. This is how I'm going to get all the votes and this and that.
That's incredible that somebody would have. Okay, so it's been questioned whether or not she's really working. Do you know if she's employed? Is she going from house to house working?
Nah, I have no idea. I wouldn't know if she's working. I don't interact with her that regularly, but I do message her. So in October, she tried to reach out and she's like, Abel, I'm going to tell you, you're the third person to know about this. I'm going to be running for Congress. And I'm like, don't do that. That's stupid.
Oh man.
And so I gave her, like, I talk very brashly to her, I don't sugarcoat anything. She's not going to believe anything I say anyway. So I told her like that would be really stupid. Like, don't waste your time. This was around the time that she had like just lost her kids. And I told her like, you should be paying more attention to that. I don't know if you have kids, Manny. I have one myself.
Mine are all grown and moved on.
Yeah, but that like their first priority.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything you do should be about that. And so she didn't like that too well. It just happens to be around the time when somebody dropped a video of her smoking crack. So she automatically assumed that I had something to do with it because I'm a fucking genius mastermind according to her.
Now, do you know, was that a live or somebody said at one point she might have been FaceTiming with someone?
It looked like she was FaceTiming with somebody. And so whoever that was, that person ratted her out.
Yeah, because she looked, I mean, if we're talking about the same video, I don't know if she's done it multiple times or not. The one that I saw, she looked like she was naked or at least topless.
Yeah, she was like topless. And, man, fuck you, man, for like making me think of that.
Yeah, a lot of us felt the same way. Like, oh, why did I have to see that? But
yeah, and so yeah, and then she talks about it in that language. I don't know if you have any family members or friends or whatever that have struggled with addiction or
I had coworkers who were,
yeah. So that the word crumb is like a very specific like word in that community. That this is just the crumbs. Like they say that. That's like that's slang. So yeah, it's pretty obvious what she was talking about and what she was doing, and she was very clearly like FaceTiming somebody, and yet like she's very quick to blame anybody except that person.
Yeah,
whoever that might have been.
Did you try when she said she was going to run for this time? Did you? I don't want to say you try to talk her out of it, but basically that's all you said was like, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I told her that, and I told her all the ways in which it wasn't going to work, and she told me to go fuck myself or whatever, right? She's going to do whatever she wants. But what was funny afterward, and I get a lot of mileage out of getting some laughs out of this woman because like, she's done shit to me that's like objectively awful. So anytime I can get a little rise out of her or something. So I sent her a message not long after that saying that after much deliberation, like I've decided to support your candidacy for CD15, because like the other side has Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and stuff like that. And like Democrats need like somebody batshit crazy like you on our side. Like you think Republicans are shameless. Like wait until they meet you, Vanessa. Like you're the hero we don't know we need. And she 100% thought that I was like being genuine, that I wasn't like
man
giving her like indirect.
So this is your fault.
Nah, fuck that noise.
This is your fault, you bastard. Oh man, that's rich.
Yeah. So what's it called? I've tried to tell reporters like you should interview Vanessa. You know, if you wanna, if you really want to understand the valley, like this woman has a chapter in it. But I would tell her these things, and she would 100% believe that I was trying to be nice to her, or that I was like, well, if I won you over, she says to me once, and you hate me, then I'm gonna win this sheet for sure. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, good job. Like,
wow. So what do you have any knowledge of? I know she's got a lot of she's doing court next week, or maybe just a week after, and she's got a lot of issues that she's gonna have to deal with legally. How much of that were you involved with, as far as knowing? Not that you were involved with it, I mean, but I mean, everybody's angry. Everybody's angry. The base thing they're angry about is that why don't you focus on your kids and trying to get them back and better yourself instead of doing this politics?
I'll be right back. I got a delivery coming. I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha. Mr. Abel is with us right now. He's just taking a quick break to go receive a package. Bam is waiting to come online. I told him 8 o'clock originally. It's 7:35. So as soon as we wrap up here, I'll shut it down, and then I'll get Bam on here. But he may not be too keen on this extremely local news, even though it's for a congressional seat. I wanted to play a voicemail message that he left me when I told him, hey, come online with me tonight. And I'll play that in a little bit. Is she gone? Is she back on at all? I know she hung up, obviously. I'm going to try to check. Somebody can check quicker than me.
All right, cool. I'm back.
All right, awesome. Yeah, everybody's angry. I mean, for a lot of reasons, but the main thing is you don't got your kids. How come you're not fighting for that as you are in your car every day, fighting to be in politics? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make any. I can say what I would do as a parent, you know, and it wouldn't look anything like the things that she's done since she's lost her kids, you know. But whatever her motivations are, you know, I'm sure there's a team. It would take a team of doctors to figure it out, and a couple of years of observing her, I would imagine. And
yeah.
But what is kind of infuriating is how like her cases keep getting reset and stuff like that, which I find is kind of weird.
Yep. Incidentally, there's the comment. People are angry. She has postponed court a dozen times. For the most part, she's either fired her representation or they've quit, and that combination
so like no pendeja, you know, like she knows like how to game the system here and there. Like this is the same. One of her charges is for Medicaid or for food stamp fraud.
Right.
That she committed for like years and years and years and years, and people can make their own assumptions about the kind of.
No, I lost your audio, buddy.
I was getting a phone call.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. Like what's it called? You can make your own assumptions about people who commit food stamp fraud and stuff like that, but she's always had a way of gaming the system and shit like that. So like firing attorneys or coming up with excuses of why she can't go to court. Like she uses that like very effectively. You know, when it comes down to her own like personal survival, like she's always been. I mean, she's what, in her 40s, 50s? This woman.
Yeah, didn't she say she's gonna be 44? I think.
Yeah, she's not gonna change. Like she is who she is.
Yeah, and she's got. It seems like she's got nobody. I mean, family wise, or like a best friend or somebody that like, dude, you know, get a hold of yourself. You need to settle down, and you know that's. So most people are lucky to have somebody like that, whether it's family or a best friend or something. But it seems like all she's got is her fans that keep pushing her that way. You know.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what her daily life is like. I have heard like here and there that she'll cycle through a support group. You know, there'll be somebody who wants to come along and genuinely help her, and then usually they get tired of her shit and move on.
Yeah. Do you know anything about? I got a phone call from. Well, I talked to George Rice. You know George Rice?
I know George Rice. Good guy.
Yeah. and he was pretty much telling me what she tried to put him through back then when he was on her shit list.
People, I think she went to his house or something like that once.
Yeah,
and I do remember he had to call the police. And George is one of those guys that he's a stand-up dude. He's the secret is he's a big softy, but he comes across kind of intimidating. But once you get to know him, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Shout out to George Rice. Go buy some Blonde Bombshell.
George, good guy for sure. Gentleman, an actual gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I don't know if I use the word softy, but he's definitely he's got a big heart.
Yeah, there you go. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah. Yeah. So she came out, that ever since that, and there are people who have reported that to whatever committees, and it's been. I don't know if anything's going to happen with that or not. I mean, at this point, who knows what they actually do about it, or the right people got the information.
The activist in me, if people were to email the Cameron County District Attorney, the Willacy County District Attorney, all the places where she has cases, and said this is a priority for us as a community, that this person needs to face justice, I would imagine that would go a long way in making sure that her cases don't get reset, or that she doesn't get another postponement or things of that sort. Because one of the reasons that it's easy for her to reset her cases and stuff like that is because, it's not what you would call high priority or high profile,
Yeah.
But if there was some sort of community outreach, or if anybody got any ideas about sending emails to attorneys' offices about this case, and you put a spin on it about how it affects you and how you don't feel safe because she's out there in the community being a menace, something might happen.
Yeah, there's we had her. I don't know if you knew, there was a show called Real Politics a couple of years ago, and we interviewed her for that. And I was telling everybody yesterday the amount of hate messages and mail we got just because she was going to be on.
Yeah, she brings it out in people.
Oh my goodness, it was it was an exhaustive 4 days. It was 4.5 days, because I think we scheduled it on a Wednesday, and then the show was on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was funny because we were getting hate from both sides. The people that love her and the people that hate her, and they were both coming at us. And you're going to be too soft, or you're going to be too hard. And yes, the popularity was there. The page got a bunch of likes because we were kind of a new page.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came on and she surprised everybody. She was actually like, huh. Maybe she does have a chance,
She has that ability. It's all an act for her. It's all a TV show for her. Well, so one of the things that I do know is that for about a year and a half. Sorry.
Yep,
so about a year and a half, she was.
That's probably her calling you.
This guy who works for NBC, who's a producer, and was absolutely hounding him about you got to make a show about me, and I'll be a star, and we'll all get rich, and this and that. And around that time is when I would say she crossed the threshold from being a little crazy to being really crazy. And I lost contact with that guy. He got a job in Florida or something like that. I haven't heard from him since, but I do know that was one of the one of her driving ambitions was to be some sort of TV star.
No, is that right? What has so you've known her for a couple of years now. Has your acquaintance with her, or having
I can't
her
hear you if you're saying something, or I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Testing. Can you hear? Hold on. You might have to reset your system over there. Try closing it out and then coming back in.
Hello.
Hang on, guys. Yeah, let's try that. If you got any questions for Abel, please pop him down here. I'm only going to keep him for a few minutes. I don't want to go crazy with this because I know she is watching. Hi, Vanessa. Or she'll be back on later. Let me check. Anybody check if she went live? I doubt it, right? Everybody have dinner already? What's for dinner, y'all? I had dinner. I just had dinner. Okay. Well, if he doesn't come back, we got the skinny on that situation right there. Give it another minute. We need to get to the yes, right? Active equals change. Are you ever get in the water and think, what if there's a shark? That's how I feel right now, knowing Cheesecake is right. I know. I was like, I wonder which one it is. Aside from you guys that have been here, I already know. Who are you guys accusing? You guys were accusing. Where'd he go? Paco. You guys are accusing Paco, right? Paco. Are you VT? NFVT, you are here. Okay, step up and say something. You want to talk about something? You are welcome here. I'll give you the platform to say whatever you want to say. We've got some questions for you too. Does she believe if she were to be elected, all her charges would disappear? I would bet she would think she's in a position to make that happen. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to keep repeating these. Hi, Gail. Yeah. Manny, don't forget to mention she got crazy at the end when she. Yeah, here we go. Pop back on because she was. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Some have suggested she's probably trying to real bad win the seat because she wants to maybe clear up her checkered past, or some of her situations. I don't even know if that would be possible, but I would think it can only hurt her. Actually, I mean, I know she's supposed to be in court on the 7th. That's here in Brownsville. I'm going to go to that. And I want to see what's up with that. Hang on. What are people saying here? So basically, like you said, it was a prank. You just didn't know she was going to go that.
Yeah, I just didn't know she was going to react to it the way that she did.
Don't forget to mention she got crazy at the end when she popped back on because she was mad at something that you guys said. Oh, see, I don't know what happened. I know she was online right as you were coming on, and then like abruptly she was gone. So I'm like, yeah,
somebody probably told her like she'll do that, and she has people that'll tell her what's going on with the other stuff. Like,
and now we got people in here going, which one is her fake profile? I wonder if she's in here. And that's it. If she is, she probably wouldn't say anything.
Nah, but she's probably on here watching. So hi, Vanessa. All contact from you is unwanted. Just so we're clear.
Oh yeah, what was that whole mess? She was saying she didn't want to hear from you, and you were saying you didn't want to hear from her. So was that? So who initiated the "Don't call me first"?
I did that when this go around because I know that that's something that she says. So I'll say it before she says it.
Yeah. Will he get in trouble for playing that poll joke? Not if he said it was a poll. If he said it was an exit poll or that kind of reference.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's gonna happen. That's just Vanessa's way of like trying to.
No, I mean, according to what we said, according to what the rules are, if it's an exit poll, just because you came up with that, that's nothing on you.
Yeah.
But then she turned it into, they're telling me about the results.
Yeah, she's over here talking like she got some sort of insider information or something like that.
Yeah, there was a show with RP when she lost it in Roman. Yeah, I'm the one who pulled the plug on her. That was the third appearance. She was disputing, I think, something in her campaign finance report that we called her out on, and she wanted to fight it, so she wanted to come back on.
Would anybody happen to know who paid her filing fee?
That's the big question.
It costs like $3,000, like $3,200 to run for office. Like, it's not like it's free. That, or you need to get like a bunch of signatures from people in the community saying that they want you to run. Obviously, she's not going to do that. So I was wondering who paid her filing fee, or whether she was able to fundraise off of it, off of her. She's always begging for cash on the internet anyway. But she can't afford a lawyer, but she can pay a filing fee.
Yeah, I mean, and this goes all back to, well, what about her kids? Is there any chance for her to get her kids back? I would assume there is, if she would better herself and improve her life, and then she shows proof.
And let's not make any assumptions that that's the best outcome for the kids. For all we know, I guess the court will decide. I guess they have decided that they're probably better off with their dad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if she were able to improve her situation and quit being online for 2 hours at a time and always in the car, I don't know. They always look for that kind of thing. Have you improved yourself? Are you working? Are you
working? Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you doing to create a better environment for yourself and your family and stuff like that? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, I'm trying more to expose and to tell people more than I'm picking on her, but it's almost, she makes it very easy. And I'm trying not to be that person, and sometimes I go that route, but it's there's a lot of material there. We keep talking about this. She's I don't know, the word delusional has been thrown around a lot, and she said there was a video came out a few days ago. It was a clip. I don't know when. I think it was from a while back, where she said if she had the money and she ran for president, that she would win. That she could win president of the United States.
It's fucking astounding how somebody can say something like that, and like the way she looks right at the camera and says it with real gumption. I don't know if that's like a skill that you want to have, or it's a skill that you feel sorry for, like that level of sociopathy. And it's I mean, I work in politics. I'm pretty cynical, and I'm always looking at the way people talk and the way people say things and stuff like that. And you kind of size people up, but hey, that makes for a good campaign, that's a good campaign asset. You know what I mean? She's been a good speaker. And I'll be the first to admit, there was in the early days, a friend of mine was playing a YouTube video of her giving a speech over there when she went to New York. And I didn't know it was her at the time. I actually didn't know, I had known of her, but I didn't know a lot of her. And I was hearing her talk, and I actually looked up and said, "Who's that?" And he's like, "That's Vanessa." Are you fucking shitting me? Why can't she be like that more often? But then I look at the thing, and now I see that she was reading from a paper and stuff like that. It was a speech that some consultant had written for her when she was running for the Green Party, but it was a good speech. And I remember when I asked her about it, she completely went crazy on me, saying no, I wrote that speech and this and that. I'm like, why do you have to lie about something like that? I'm trying to give you a compliment, and she went on a fucking viaje. But the way that she talks and the way that she says things, that she's begging for a court trial because she's better than any attorney, and this and that, sepa la madre, I don't know what kind of crack she's smoking.
I don't know if she is or she has recently. I don't know. You know, my question to you is, do you feel at all bad for that prank? Do any of you feel maybe I shouldn't have done that? Or
for Frank?
I mean, no, on her, about the poll results.
Do I feel bad about?
Do you feel bad about that at any level? Yeah.
So this woman has called my place of employment to say things that aren't true about me, to try to get me fired. This woman has like on more than one occasion like driven by a location where she thinks that I'm at. You know, she's done a bunch of like crazy psycho shit. Do I feel bad? Like, not really. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why? Why? Yeah, I think she. The only difference is, to me, it's like a cheeky, like harmless thing. You know, I'm not really causing like real violence. I'm not trying to. You know,
no, we're not saying
she's
that.
trying to get me fired from my job. She's like messaged people shit about me and stuff like that, and you know, kind of like whatever. Like, I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, because I felt bad for her for like 3 or 5 seconds. I was like, oh,
But you see, but even in that same video, that video was what, maybe like 10, 12 minutes or something like that. And, you know, I went back and I saw it a few times because I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
But within like moments of her reading the thing, and then like less than 5 minutes later, she was already like building her own little narrative of like what it is or what it isn't, of like, oh, I just got some behind the scenes shit, you know, and this and that. And before you know it, she already had like, now she has this story that she's verified it with 3 or 4 or 10 people outside of me.
Yeah,
because that's just the way she operates.
Yeah, I felt bad at first, and then there was even that theory going around that maybe she just cooked this up on her own, and there was no message, and there was no person on the other end, and she just building herself up that way.
The funniest one I've heard is that when she talks about her campaign team, and then somebody made some sort of comment that her campaign team is her 10 other different personalities.
See, that's funny. It is. So yeah, I mean, hey, I appreciate you were able to come on and just chit chat with us for a little while. Everybody was glad to hear from you. We thought. So did she? She didn't. Okay, so you've got kind of a history with her, so she's not like going to block you necessarily, right?
She's not going to what?
Block you from her page?
Nambre, she can't live without me. Just kidding.
Because we were like, oh man, he's going to get blocked. He's going to get blocked.
Nambre, she's been threatening all that stuff forever. She says on Sunday she's going to go. She's probably watching this, and if she's not watching this, somebody around her is going to tell her. But like, she says she's going to go live on Sunday with all of our messages. She's not going to do shit. And if she is, like, who cares? Like, there's nothing that I sent to her that I wouldn't mind saying publicly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's everybody's waiting on, it's like Tuesday can't get here quick enough. I mean, it was bad enough waiting for 7 p.m. on Friday.
In my educated guess, like, the only thing stopping her from coming dead last is that there's like another guy running who isn't really campaigning at all. He seems like a nice kid. He seems like a good guy. Mm-hmm. His name's Julio Garza. Oh
yeah.
I would say that he's probably going to come in last, but just because he's, just doesn't have the resources or anything like that. And people probably know less. At this point, Vanessa has a fair amount of, infamy, and she'll get votes because of a prank or something like that, or she'll get votes because people don't know anybody else or anything like that. But if it wasn't for that other candidate, she would probably definitely be dead last.
So there's a thought. I was talking about this with someone else. There's another candidate that has been liking her page and liking her videos. Not her page, her videos. And just, you start thinking, I wonder if they're colluding or they're,
Which candidate?
I was thinking that obviously Vanessa's not going to win. But if she attaches, people listen to her, so she'll get X number of votes. How many votes do you think she's going to get?
Well,
ballpark it. Obviously not.
Well, I want to say there's probably going to be about. Well, in the last go around, there was about 60,000 votes that came out in that district. They've changed the district, right, because of the census, and turnout has been really low. So just back of the napkin, let's say it's 55,000 votes. In that scenario, there's 6 candidates. I would put her at somewhere, and don't hold me to this, but somewhere maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 probably.
Yeah.
I could see her getting that much just because it's a congressional race, and she usually averages about 3 or 4%. So whoever's out there's good at math, what's 4% of 55,000?
Yeah, so I was thinking this other candidate, because on a few of her lives, especially when she's in her car visiting the polling places, and at night when she's doing these nightly things, she says, vote for me, and vote for the female Cisneros. And she was really pushing that for a few days. And I know the last time she ran, she was attaching herself to Jaime Tijerina because of the same last name. So she kept saying, both for both Tijerina, you know.
Yeah.
And I would hope there's no monkey business going on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to use her for whatever votes that she can get, kind of like a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's obvious she ain't going to win. But let her say my name so I can get some of those votes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. But hey, I promised my kid I'd play video games with him tonight. So
that's awesome. I totally understand.
I'm gonna hop off and spend some time with the kiddo.
I appreciate you coming on, man.
No, thanks for having me on, man. Hit me up anytime.
Anytime you want to come on, just send me a message. You're very welcome, and I might hit you up again at some point in the future.
Sounds good, boss. Take it
Thanks,
easy.
Abel.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
All righty. Interesting information. So I'm going to get offline just for a few minutes, and then I'll come back and do my regular little thing with Bam. If you guys want to stick around or just come back in a few minutes, that'd be awesome. Thanks for sticking with me all this time. It's been 2.5 hours. Never a disappointment, right? I'll be right back in just a little bit, guys.